What's up? No, we are not doing that shit again. We all know these New Year's resolutions never amount to anything anyway. What? Where'd you come from?
He's right, you know. Take it from the guy that couldn't even set up his capture card. And also canceled his mobile series.
You see? Even the dream guy agrees with me. But what about my Instagram? That actually happened. True. But did you get 1,000,000 subs like you said you would? And did you find yourself a girlfriend? Well... yeah, that's what I thought. Oh yeah, well at least I'm not pretending to sound like God's man. You take that back! Nope. Now if you excuse me, I'll be talking about my New Year's resolution.
What the hell is going on in here?
Okay, see you guys in the next Fortnite video. Do like I told you, stay away from me.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just lost in my thoughts again.
What in the actual...
Is it gone?
Yeah.
Alright then, so where was I? Oh yeah, New Year's resolutions. So, my first New Year's...
Okie-dokie.
You all know what it's time for. Hey guys, Luigi here, and welcome back to yet another channel update video. Given that the last three I did were all pretty well received, I decided to stick with the same format for this one as well. Although some of the topics this time around will be a bit different. But before we get into all of that fun stuff, it is once again time to show off what I got for Christmas this year. So cue the epic transition. Alright everyone, so as you can see, I do not have quite as many plushes this time around, but at the same time, we have a lot of cool stuff here. Especially this right here, we'll get to this later. But first, let's run through the plushes. Well, I guess we'll start with this bear right here. I mean, I get a bear like every year, or either a bear or an elephant, and we have a bear this time around, and I don't know what to name him. He's, I guess we'll name him Generic Bear or something. He'll never be in the video, so he can go back there. But yeah, that's the bear. Next up, we have Dry Bowser Jr. custom plush, as you can see here. Pretty cool. Not sure if I'll ever use him in a video, but he's here, yeah. Next up, we have Kine from Kirby. Yeah, not much else to say. He's Kine. Then we also have Rick from Kirby. Got a few Kirby plushes this time around. That's pretty cool. Another Kirby plush I got. Here we have Gordo. Gordo actually came like a week or like a few days after I got all of these guys. So yeah, here's Gordo. Next up we have King Koopa. Another custom plush. If you don't know who King Koopa is, he's the Bowser from the Super Mario Bros. Super Show.
Yo!
Yeah. And then finally, we have probably the coolest out of all these plushes. We have Dark Bowser. For those who haven't seen it, I did a live stream playthrough of Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story last month. It was pretty cool. And while doing that, I came across this plush. I mean, I've known about this plush for years, but I never really wanted it. But then I decided, you know what? Sure. And yeah, I have Dry Bowser now. Not Dry Bowser, fuck. I have Dark Bowser now, so yeah, pretty cool. Now we have the plushes out of the way, let's move on to the CDs. We have 4 of them this time around. Let's go from like my least favorite of them all. Doesn't mean I dislike it, but my least favorite to all the way over to my favorite. Right here we have Faceless. It's worth mentioning that there is a crack here in the thing. I mean, it doesn't affect the CD itself. I played the CD just fine. So yeah, here's Faceless. Here's the back of it. Here's the track listing, straight out line. Faceless changes, all of these great songs. So yeah, Faceless by Godsmack. 3rd album. Great album. Next up, we have their self-titled, which is also another really sick one. Here's the back of it. All of the great tracks, Now or Never right there. I just recently did a cover of that song, so yeah. Self-titled. awesome. It's really close between the Hunting Party and Awake for me, but I'm gonna go with the Hunting Party next. As you can see here, Hunting Party is one of my favorite Linkin Park albums. As you can see, there's one of my favorite songs, Keys to the Kingdom, on the track listing. Yeah, I'm not gonna open up the CDs because there's nothing inside of those, and there's a few things inside of here like underground stuff. But yeah, there's the Hunting Party. Love that album. Love that album. Next up, we have my favorite Godsmack album, Awake. Here's the back of it. It's a little harder to see, but here's all of these fantastic tracks. Like Bad Magic. Bad Magic is fucking sick, dude. I was jamming the hell out of this when I first got it. Well, I was jamming the hell out of all of these, but especially this one. Like, this one's really sick, so yeah. Alright, that's the CDs. Now we have this game keyboard and mouse thing, like external thing. I haven't really opened it, haven't really used it. I don't know what I'd use this for, considering I don't think it'd really be all that beneficial for Minecraft. This mouse I might use in the future since that mouse is kind of worn out a bit, but it still works just fine. Although for a while this scroll was like broken. I have no idea why, but it randomly fixed itself, so yeah. But here's this cool keyboard and mouse thing, so yeah. Alright, now for the grand finale. If I could even lift this. Ugh. Right here we have the Linkin Park Hybrid Theory 20th Anniversary box set. I don't think I'm going to cover this entire thing. I don't even think I can open this with the camera in my hand. So yeah, I'll cut to where I get this open. Alright, now that I have all of this opened up, let's go ahead and run through some quick things. Right here we have some artwork. Like we have this one here. We have this one. Pretty cool stuff. Right here we have the book, which has a lot of pages in it. You see, Hybrid Theory featuring One Step Closer. A lot of cool artwork in there as well. Next up, before we get into all of like the CDs and stuff, we have the vinyl, starting off with my least favorite out of all of these. I mean, I still think it's pretty decent. I really like the Pushing Me Away remix on Reanimation here, but yeah, Reanimation vinyl. I should mention that this year I'm not going to show it because I'm not going to go ahead and drag the entire thing in here, but I did get a record player that plays like vinyls and CDs and stuff. It was really cool. I was jamming out to all of these basically with that. Right here we have the Hybrid Theory vinyl. As you all know, I've had the Hybrid Theory CD for quite a few years now, but now we have the vinyl. It's pretty sick. I was jamming out to this too. Right here we have the Hybrid Theory EP vinyl. Again, I have no idea why they didn't include a Hybrid Theory EP CD. But regardless, I have the vinyl of the EP, and this thing is sick as hell. I've always loved the Hybrid Theory EP. And yeah, now I have it physically. So yeah, there's a Hybrid Theory EP. Now on to the other CDs. Right here we have, I'm not going to open any of these up, but we have Rock AM Ring 2001. Great concert. Has my favorite and one live performance, which is one of my favorite performances of theirs, period. Forgotten Demos. This basically includes like She Couldn't, Could Have Been, Carousel, Demo, and all this stuff they never officially released on the Underground albums, as well as some Zero stuff that was never before seen. So yeah, this, if I can even get it out, this is the Hybrid Theory CD. So now we have two Hybrid Theory CDs and then the Hybrid Theory vinyl here. Pretty cool. Next up we have Frat Party at the Pancake Festival. And then all the way down here, we have B-Sides and Rarities, which I believe this is mainly just like live performances, as you can see right here. My December, Step Up. It's Going Down is even in here. So yeah, that's a pretty cool one too. Right here we have Project Revolution 2002, another great show. I can't even get this one out, can I? Right here we have LPU Rarities, which is basically a lot of the Hybrid Theory unreleased tracks that were released in the LPU over the years. All of your favorites are here, like Slip, So Far Away, Blues on here, Esau, High Voltage, Dedicated, Hurry, and all of these other great tracks. Really liked listening to that one. And right here we have Reanimation CD. And then finally, we have this. I'm not going to take it out, but this is basically like a cassette sampler that includes One Step Closer and With You. I believe this is the first thing they sent out to like the label. So yeah, that is pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. I should also mention that I got a vinyl of the first Boston album this year. So yeah, that was also pretty cool. I'll put that on screen right now. So yeah. Now with all of that out of the way, let's get into the video. Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest right now. There's not much I can say in regards to a channel schedule this time around. You're all well aware of the 2 videos a week schedule and the 2-day weekend live stream schedule that I've had for ages now. If you were expecting it to change in any kind of way, then you were sorely mistaken. And in regards to literally all my other accounts, the Access channel will be getting at bare minimum a video a month. LuigiChannel02 will remain right where it is. Dead. And I'm currently still debating on whether or not I want to bring the Jump My Betty channel back yet. And if I do decide to bring it back, then I will more than likely strive to get a video out every week for it. And if not that, then a video every 2 weeks. Notice how I didn't bring up the reaction channel at all in this segment. I have a reason behind that. There's some things I need to put forward regarding that account, but I will do so later in the video. And by later, I mean literally right now. But hands beg me to stay. Why hello there, old friend. For those of you that haven't been keeping up with my posts on either Twitter or Instagram, make sure to follow me on both, by the way, if you haven't already. You'd all be aware of the statement I released regarding the channel back in late September of last year. To sum it up real fast, I really wasn't enjoying doing reaction videos anymore, and I felt like I was doing it more as an obligation rather than a passion. And ever since late 2019, I was under the thought process that I was trying to save a channel that, quite frankly, already hit its peak and missed its chance to blow up ages ago. So as a result, I decided to pull the plug. And if you expected me to change my mind by now, again, you are sorely mistaken. At this point in time, I only really plan to still upload reactions to my old videos on that channel, as that is still a fun thing to do occasionally as opposed to spamming out SML and SMG4 reactions. I might also still do some occasional tier list streams regarding SML and SMG4, so look out for that also. I'm perfectly content knowing that I gave it my all in 2019, and I didn't miss a single upload that year. It's unfortunate that the channel eventually ran out of steam, but hey, for the time that I did enjoy it, I really liked and appreciated what came from it. Even if I was never the most entertaining reactor or anything, LuigiChannel50 Just Watches videos will be for the most part laid to rest, with the occasional upload every here and there. Your lips say that you love. Do I even need to say it again? Do I really need to say it again? Your eyes say that you hate. Never did I think this would become a legitimate part of the channel, and here's what I mean by that. Last year is what I would like to call the start of a brand new era for the channel. An era that will be filled with a ton of new and familiar video styles to the channel, as well as new friends and faces. Luigi's Mansion Trilogy Triumph, Feel So Bad, and the latest episode of Survival Games are just a few examples of collabs I recorded in 2020. Yes, the SG video was from last year, notice the lack of my haircut in it, and boy oh boy, I do not plan for them to be the only ones. I'm not exactly going to spoil any of these feature collab projects necessarily, but all I gotta say is, I got things in the works, and you'll be seeing quite a few collab videos this year. Whether they're between me and Corson, me and Random, or even me and Puddle. This ain't gonna be another 2017 where I was in frequent calls with people but never recorded anything. No, I have some ideas in the works, and I'm sure most of you will really like them. Unless you're one of those guys that's still waiting for figure battles of all things to come back. Yeah, keep dreaming, buddy. Keep dreaming. There's truth in your lies, doubt in your faith. Oh boy, here we go again. The block game gets yet another section. Who could have seen this coming? One thing I've noticed over the years as I've continued to make these sort of videos is it becomes more and more clear that the drive to make consistent Minecraft content has grown increasingly smaller as time has gone on. And in 2021, I can't say it's as strong as it was in, say, 2018. However, that does not mean I'll be doing less Minecraft content. In fact, I actually plan to diversify my minigame lineup this time around instead of the same old SG, Sky Wars, TNT Run, Egg Wars, you get the picture. Over time, I've really started to notice the reasons why my Minecraft audience has been as low as it is. And it really has to do with the fact that A, my format for certain series are extremely outdated and straight out of 2016 Pocket Edition YouTube. B, I've yet to acknowledge Bedrock Edition in any of my titles, which isn't good considering Bedrock Edition is pretty much the replacement for MCPE. And finally C, my minigame variety has never really been all that great. I'm hoping as I diversify it a bit, I will hopefully draw in some new viewers. Now obviously I'm still going to be doing SG, Skywars, TNT Run, and Egg Wars, but I won't be doing just them this year. I'll be branching out as well. And before I end this segment off, I would just like you all to know that, no, I haven't forgot about the request for the SG Highlight series. In fact, I have them all written down and I'll be working on getting them done throughout the year. Here's a list of requests in case you were curious. Alright, I feel I spoke it enough. We all knew Minecraft content wasn't going anywhere, so let's move on to something that actually is going somewhere. Yeah, you already see what's coming next.
There's truth in your lies, doubt in your faith.
Well, would you look at that? I was correct for once. Let's Playing has always been a very enjoyable form of content creation for me. Some of my LPs have done really well and have gained audiences beyond my subscriber base, while others have started off really poorly and they don't really get much attention until they're pretty much over. Each one is a brand new adventure for me, and as they go along, I start to research the games I play more and more. That said, I'm honestly burned out on Let's Plays currently, and I do not plan to start any others after Superstar Ultra concludes. Obviously my mind can change as time moves along, but as of right now, I think I'm ready for a break. If and when I return to doing Let's Plays though, I will be doing the game Sonic Battle for the Game Boy Advance. So for those that wanted to see more Let's Play content this year, you guys will have to wait just a bit longer. Sorry.
You promised me the sky.
Okay, if there was anything that cemented 2020 as being an infinitely better year for my channel than 2019 was, it was the release of both A Familiar World as well as Mephiles the Puppet Master. Which if you weren't aware by now, the Mephiles movies are a spin-off of this series, so I still count them. And as of right now, I'm only planning to do the 5th Mephiles movie this year, which will be the final one I make. Period. Outside of that, I have no plans to pursue the next chapter of this series yet, which will be titled Secrets of Reality. If my mind changes, I'll make sure to update you guys on Twitter, Instagram, Discord, maybe just all 3.
Then toss me like a stone.
You'd think that the regular Plush videos would have been just as good given just how amazing A Familiar World and Puppet Master turned out. Were they though? Well, Bowser's Return finale and Return of the Christmas Monster were great in my opinion. Shadow Throws Jumpman was also pretty fun too. But the metal problem on the other hand? Yeah, no. First off, I would just like to take back something I said in last year's update, and that was when I said that I didn't want to record certain videos because I couldn't accept change. Obviously this is true to a point, but I now understand that the real issue wasn't exactly change, and more so the fact that the scripts were littered with obvious self-projection. And if you don't believe me, go ahead and listen to just how subtle these script ideas are. Luigi learned that he has a certain skin condition that causes him to break out in a heat rash. Luigi accepting the fact that he has anxiety. Luigi accepting the fact that him liking girls is completely normal. Rosalina trying to explain to him that liking girls' asses is also normal. Do I need to be any more blunt about this? I'm really not going to get into all the details here, as I've already done so on my Instagram page. But one look at any of these idea scripts takes you directly into the hellscape that my mind was last year. I'm honestly not sure when this issue started appearing in the videos. I'm leaning towards 2017's Mephiles' Revenge. But at the very least it was better hidden then, and it wasn't present in the majority of the videos. But for some reason that I can't figure out still to this day, during March of 2019, I'd find myself having a really hard time trying to script anything. Because for some reason I'd either try to base videos around characters that flat out can't carry an entire video, or I'd write stuff that would appear to be standard, but I'd always find an excuse to insert lines and characters that weren't necessary, and were only there to self-project. Singing Competition 3, The New Leader, Cancel Rudy movie sequel, Conquered, The Metal Problem, Shadow Throws Up, Shadow Throws Up, Shadow Throws Up. The first few drafts of A Familiar World, I literally couldn't write anything. My mind was so far in the gutter that I couldn't even think about anything. I wasted my New Year break and first month of 2020 laying in my bed trying to figure out who I even was at this damn point. Fortunately for me though, I got through it. And ever since a Familiar World's final draft, I have been on the right track ever since writing scripts. And not only that, but I've also learned that the best way to make a Plush video script, at least for me anyway, is to base them around characters that I already know how to work with. That way we avoid boring and cluttered messes like the Metal problem, which had far too much filler and way more characters than I could even care to count. Big casts and unique character choices are cool every once in a while, but it's ideal to stick with what you know how to work with. I know I already said last year that I would be doing more Plush videos, but keep in mind that I was literally in a confused state when I said that. This time around, on the other hand, I'm not. I'm calm, cool, and collected. The plan for Plush videos this year is to get one out at least once a month. Maybe two if we're lucky. Alright, now, let's finally move on. Dear God, that was a mouthful.
You wrap me in your arms.
Oh boy. If there was anything that aged poorly in my original 2020 update video, it's what I said right here about opening up. When I say I want to open up more, I mean I want to start making more friends online and actually talk with them. Which, after reflecting on all the progress I've made over the years, I think I'm content at where I am. I've always had very strict interests and very strict habits that I wouldn't and still don't ever change. Given this, I don't think it will ever be possible for me to fully open up, but you know what? That's okay. It honestly baffles my mind that of all things to actually happen in terms of goals from last year, this is the one I had the most success in. I couldn't be happier though. I said what I said thinking that nothing was ever going to change for me, but I still left the door open in case it could. But now that it has officially happened, I can put this to rest, as I have officially opened myself up, and I will never allow myself to be closed off like I was before ever again. It was complete misery. But hey, at least it's over finally. Thank goodness for that.
And chill me to the bone.
Kicking this off, I would just like to say that I successfully achieved all my goals from last year. Minus the announcing videos thing. I still need to work on that, as you can tell. Given that I was super successful last year, I think it's about time that we start thinking bigger. Oh yeah, you know what's coming. I'm just gonna come right out of the gate and say it. I'm predicting the channel will be hitting 1,000 subs next year. This right here is the biggest jump in a sub goal that I have ever presented. And honestly, if it wasn't for the amount of confidence I gained thanks to hanging out with Corson and the rest of the guys, I would have settled for 800. But I am truly hopeful that we can make this sub goal a reality. All it will take is consistency and a variety of content. Speaking of consistency, as the channel continues to grow and gain new viewers, the amount of content I produce needs to be at a consistent rate. At least one video a week, if nothing else. And if I can't provide that, then I'm a failure. Okay, for real though, I need to be more consistent, and I also need to begin wrapping up a ton of these OG series that have been on the channel for ages now. Nice segue, huh? As a new era of the channel starts to take shape, there is no better time than this year to end all of these. Especially since this year will be the 5th anniversary for a majority of these. In 2020, it was made clear to me that these Minecraft and mobile game series with an outdated format just simply do not bring in the viewers. And while I will still focus on making videos for me first and for others to watch, I also have to swallow my pride and start making content that gets the channel noticed. It's just a sad fact that stuff with the numbered format like Skywars and TNT Run do not pull in nearly as much views and subscribers as Smash Ultimate and the Plush videos do. If I'm going to pull off the 1K milestone, I have to pull out all the stops. I have to prove that my channel is worthy of it. And if that means ending off some of the channel's earliest staples, then so be it. Let's be real about all of these for a moment. Skywars is a series that was always treated as a joke, and it quite frankly peaked in 2016. On the first episode, no less. TNT Run was never a big deal, and I only ever thought it was because my first video with Kindmaster was a TNT Run video. Sonic Dash has been on its way out for ages now, and the Mephiles movies wouldn't be the same if they carried on. It's best to end it where it started. Speaking of ending something... Come on. You know I had to. As we reach what will be the channel's 8th anniversary, holy crap, I've been on this site for a long time, I think it's time to stop sticking to an old formula for the sake of remaining the same, and instead branch out and start making more and more videos that will get the channel noticed by the algorithm. Now this does not mean I'll start making my videos into clickbait trash. This only means that I will be capitalizing off of successful videos and series more. My biggest issue as a content creator has always been my inability to follow up extremely successful videos. Just look at the Mario games tier list and the Recreating 02 video. Both were massive successes, and both didn't have follow-ups soon enough, so as a result, the growth eventually fell off. This is something I need to work on avoiding. 2020 was easily the most successful year the channel has ever had, and although it's going to be hard to top it, I think we can pull it off, and I won't be going anywhere anytime soon. I have big plans up ahead, and I can't wait to share them with you as we go along. But until then, my dudes, that's gonna do it for today's update video. Hope you enjoyed. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and all that, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, goodbye, Luigi fans! In this world. Our world. See you next time.